Hey guys, has it ever happened to you that you don't know what ADC you should pick with certain support? For example, your teammate will pick Yumi with full aggressive composition. Of course, it feels very frustrating to deal with as ADC. That's why this video will be useful for you. I will list top 10 ADC support combos that you can pick to win more games. I will judge them by 3 different metrics: individual champions power, how much win rate does they have together, and how much win rate they are getting together compared to their individual power. Also, I won't use same support in my list twice to increase diversity of combinations. I'm sure top 1 combination will surprise you. Get ready and enjoy. Let's start it. Top 10 in my list will be Draven Janna lane. It is insanely good combination. You have a very oppressive early lane with decent scaling. Janna E gives flat AD, which boosts Draven damage by a lot. Also, their disengage tools are pretty strong with Draven E and Janna Q ult. It's almost impossible to get on top of them without hard reliant engage. So how should you play this lane? Of course, you should focus on early game, preferably to perma-dive enemy bot lane if your jungler wants to do it. You should avoid situations where you can fall behind early with this combination. For example, double poke will work great versus them, because they won't let Draven to be close enough to auto them, while dealing damage from higher distance. Also, Draven will be stronger after cracking static nerfs, which will affect his win rate. It should be noted that in Emerald Plus Draven has more win rate with Pyke, because he is performing better in higher elos. So you can play Draven with Pyke too, and it will still be very good. Alright, 9th place is Jhin Zyra combination. Pretty standard double poke bot lane, which will destroy their enemies in early game. They are very good at helping each other. Both of them have slow and follow-up CC. As soon as one of them will hit their stun ability, enemy can say goodbye to their HP bar, because it will drop to 0 very fast. Their short rates are also very strong with a lot of burst abilities in their kit. Overall, you should play around waves, slow push them and then poke enemies under the turret. Don't let them CS for free and make their life miserable. The only thing enemy team can draft versus you is also double poke to neutralize you, or hard engage like MF Leona to kill you every time after level 6. Overall, solid 9th place in my list. Top 8 is Jinx Taam combo. Basically, protect the carry bot lane, which revolves around main carry. Jinx. There is not much to say, all you need to do is survive laning phase and play around mid-game teamfights. You can play a lot more aggressive with Taam, because he can save you with his ult, so enemy team won't be able to one-shot you easily. He can also engage sometimes due to his insane base damage, so you can follow up his engage with W, E and ult. Poppy, Braum and Janna can also work great with Jinx and fulfill the same function. Top 7 is Severe Poppy. Unexpectedly, one of the best combinations in the game. Insane wave clear into roam or trap potential is the main power of such bot lane. You cannot win the push versus Severe if she can hit the wave, which gives her and Poppy unlimited time to act and influence the game. Also, Severe is quite bursty champion, just like Poppy. Poppy E into Severe Q auto W auto will kill almost anyone in bot lane. The only thing enemy can do is pick outscale champion, like Twitch, or don't let Severe to touch the wave. They deserved 7th place in my list. Top 6 is MF Leona combo. Classical combo in bot lane. Your goal is to make short trades with auto Q auto and wait for a level 6. As soon as you have your ult, it will be pretty hard for enemy bot lane to play versus you. Every stun means that they need to press their summoners or just die. The only downside of this combo is how hard it is to draft similar AoE things in solo queue. Most of the time it will be a solo carry champions with catch potential, which doesn't synergize well with MF. And same catch champions are countering AoE combos, so it's hard to draft, but it's insanely strong in good situations. Solid 6th place in my list. Top 5 is Ashe Seraphine. Very oppressive combo with great follow-up. They are decent at everything. This combination has decent poke, can protect their team with a lot of slows, and make great plays with their CC. Also, Ashe slow will help Seraphine with E to root someone immediately. Overall, your goal is to be oppressive early, poke enemies, get lane priority and scale into mid-game teamfights. It's pretty hard to counter this combo due to how blindable both champions are. they can struggle a bit versus high trade champions and compositions like Drave and Pike. Worth to mention that Soraka can also work great with Ashe, especially in lower ranks. Top 4 in my list is Kog'Maw Braum. One of the best protect the carry combination. They are very good in mid-game teamfights. Kog can proc Braum stacks very fast and stun a lot of enemies with it. Braum, on the other hand, can block all projectiles for Kog and don't let anyone to get on top of him. They are just ideal for each other. Also, they are not weak early game. Kog'Maw is actually one of the best early game champions for ADC role, so you can play aggressive and punish enemy mistakes. Focus on early mid game, play teamfights and win easily with this duo bot lane. Top 3 in my video is Twitch Taric, one of the best teamfight oriented combination, but they also have a decent laning phase. In early game, Twitch can go into Q and stun someone with Taric E. Afterward, he will win any trade. Enemy bot lane will have to respect such an annoying trade pattern, otherwise they will lose the lane quite easily. Also, you have insane roam potential as individual champions and as combination. There is no mid laner who won't forget about random stun from Twitch Q with Taric E, so you can definitely look for the roams. You can also roam from base if you crushed big wave in bot lane. Overall, this combo is very annoying in early game, while also scaling very well. So this is the top 3 bot lane in my list. Second place is Nilah Sona. Very unexpected combo for most players, but let me explain why this is good. Nilah increasing any healing and shielding around her, which works very well with our Sona W. Also, it's often hard to get on top of someone as Nilah, which again can be fixed with Sona E. You can find one of two these things in many champions, but it will be pretty hard to find both in the same champion. So Sona is one of the best supports for Nilah. Your goal with such duo bot lane is to scale. You can try to fight with faster level 2, 3 and 6, but your goal is to get into mid game and win every teamfight with insane shields and heals. They deserve second place in my video. The best combination that is no one talking about is Lucian Yuumi bot lane. Not only they have the highest win rate among other bot lane duos, they also get a lot of win rate together. They are not strong individually and I wouldn't recommend to pick them in isolation, but together they turn the situation upside down. Yuumi is providing infinity stacks for Lucian's passive, so he can deal a lot more damage every time. Also, Yuumi heals her ally with every auto, which again, ideal for Lucian with his double auto passive. Yuumi Q also helps to get in range of anyone or hit Lucian's ultimate more consistently. This combination is even the exception to the rule of drafting. They should not synergize well together, but their kits are just made for each other. Overall, it's the best duo bot lane you can ever pick. Trist is also working insanely great with Yuumi, but she is very weak right now, so it's better to pick Lucian instead. Alright, this was my top 10 bot lane duos list. You can disagree or even be mad at it, but remember, all these combinations are not from my head, it's the statistics, so it's the most objective source of information. I recommend for you to use it too. I hope you find this video useful and you won't forget to like the video, subscribe and leave the comment. It motivates me to create the best and the most optimal content for you. Thank you and goodbye.